Morning, everybody. It is the morning of October 2nd. Let's do an update here on Bitcoin's chart. Espresso is so good. Now, Bitcoin yesterday had one heck of a bullish day. It did exactly what we wanted to see, which was a mega breakout above this key line of resistance here, showing us and giving us a lot of confidence in Bitcoin wanting to move to the upside. Now, we've had a really big move to the upside after breaking key resistance. We should not be shocked to see today, or maybe even the next 2 or 3 days, potentially being red, right? Typically after a big sprint like this, the market likes to take a little bit of a breather, even if it's just a small little breather after we had the sprint back here. To give you a recent example, and actually in between the time of me taking screenshots, this actually flipped red. So we'll see what happens, right? But the most bullish scenario would be Bitcoin falling down to $117,262, which is the high of these previous relative higher highs. Bitcoin holding that level would be the most bullish. However, it's not actually what I want to see. I would rather see us come back down and touch this top line of resistance and turn it into support again, which would confirm the breakout of two different patterns. The first of which being this wedge that we just broke out of. Coming back down, touching this, and confirming it in support is the textbook definition of a bullish breakout. I would like to see that. It would make me feel good. And then the other pattern is this parallel channel. It's the same line of former resistance, hopefully turned into support. And the breakout target of both of these patterns is roughly $127,000 to $132,000. So it'd be great personally for me to feel good that we will confirm this as support and then have our blast off higher, all right? I am in a bullish position here with Bitcoin through the majority of Q4, so I'd like to see that bullishness confirmed from a TA breakout standpoint. And when we look at shorter term timeframes, the 8-hour chart, we can see that we just got a bearish candle print. So we are starting to see signs here that Bitcoin would like to take that breath. However, we got these long signals here. Beautiful, beautiful long signals. Now, let's spend the rest of our time together here talking about the liquidation zones, because it's a bit of a mixed bag and there's some nuance here because it does paint, in my personal opinion, a bullish picture. Now, here on the 3-month time frame, we don't see a lot more liquidity here to the upside, but we do see some to the downside. However, this is using Model 1 on CoinGlass, which only shows you the liquidation zones for high leveraged positions that are using 10x or more. However, if you use Model 2, you can see that there is a lot of financial incentive in the market to go higher. Model 2 looks at leveraged positions across all leverage scales from 0 to 100x. Now, yes, we do have big paydays down to the bear side, but we look at these liquidation heat zones to answer the question, how does the market make the most amount of money? And market makers always make the most amount of money in a bull run because that's the highest amount of trading fees that are there in the market. And we have these zones. So this is what makes the market the most amount of money right now. Since we are split fairly somewhat evenly between how the market makes the most amount of money, going to the bull side and the bear side, slightly leaning towards the bear side. But because the market always makes the most amount of money in a bull market, because people are excited and people are bringing more money and new people are entering the market, there's a slew of new and increased trading fees for centralized exchanges and market makers to be profiting off of. So I would say the liquidation heat zone is leaning in the direction of bullish, and we are seeing some technical analysis breakouts that we want to see confirmed potentially, or even get a more bearish scenario like where I said. And also we're starting to get some long signals. And I didn't show it, but the daily timeframes Moxie indicator is starting to gain bullish momentum. It's still overall bearish, but it's working its way upwards to giving us a more macro long signal, which would be great. Now, to end the video, the ETFs yesterday had a pretty damn big monster day for Bitcoin with $675.8 million of inflows. Ethereum's ETF had a little bit of a disappointing day at $80.9 million. However, if you've been watching my channel for the past year or so, for as long as we've been tracking Ethereum, this used to be like the greatest day ever. Now it's a little bit of a disappointment, but still positive inflows for both. That is the update for the day. Hope you have a good day. Do good things. Be good people. Make a bunch of money.